So let me give you guys a quick update, and myself, because I haven't read it yet, on what is going on in both GMS and KMS concerning the compensation plans and moving forward with the transparency, all of that stuff that we've been talking about for the last week or two. So GMS issued a update saying, we sincerely apologize again for keeping you waiting. We recognized that the compensation plan that was announced on February 25th is not enough to express our apology. So we're currently having a thorough review and discussion to plan a satisfactory compensation that can better address the issue. This is our top priority currently, and we are working to inform you of the new finalized compensation plan as soon as possible. We appreciate your patience and understanding once again. So does this mean that they're going to be copying exactly what KMS is doing? It seems that it seems to imply, it said not enough to express our apology. It seems to imply that they might do more. We also made a post on Reddit about, together with Masahiro and with people in the community, regarding like things that Nexon has promised in general and things that GMS has not disclosed yet. I won't put the post on the screen because of like brigading and everything. But basically, yeah, we want to make sure that we get the tier up rates for cubes, the line weighting for cubes, the familiar line weighting probability, and the red card tier up rates, all of that for GMS. And in the future, if any area is going to be added or removed, we would like to get an official statement on if that's happening, why that's happening, and if they think if there's going to be any kind of balance issues that would occur from doing so, and if there are, what they're planning on doing about that. Because I think a lot of times we'll get like a notification like, oh, by the way, tomorrow this area is gone, and everyone's like, you know, basically to prevent another ghost ship batch disappearing act. And also we would like that the promise of Nexon to give us more access to more ways of getting wild totems and giving us Maple Tour entry tickets, which they said they would do. It'd be cool if they actually did that and followed through on that. And I think it's good that we hold GMS accountable for the things that they said they were going to do and for the things that KMS can do, that they live up to doing at least that as well. So I think that's important. Can you send the link for these 5 lines of text? Okay, if you want to. Oh, for the Reddit thread. Oh, here's the Reddit thread. Okay. Yeah, so it seems to imply that they're going to, you know, take another step. If they're just going to copy everything that KMS is doing, not sure. But make sure that you don't just sit on your ass and wait for the compensation because KMS got it. Make sure that you are vocal about your concerns about all of this on the forums, on Reddit, on the Discord, as a community, because they have to know, Nexon has to know that the community is worried about this, is concerned about this. If you are. If you're not, then don't do anything. You're fine. You're good. But if you're concerned about this, don't sit on your ass, because then you might actually get less compensation. Because why would they overcompensate in the way that KMS did when we actually don't have like a very upset community that is leaving the game and spending their money somewhere else, right? Because that's what actually is happening in KMS. And that segues us into what KMS released recently. I think this is from 2 days ago. From yesterday, actually. So there is a customer conference that they said that we're going to have, basically where they want to listen to the players directly and have a more open dialogue about concerns and everything. So they're going to schedule this, I guess. I'd like to share the current plan for the customer conference, which was announced on March 9th. So that was now 3 days ago, a video probably. More than anything, we know the expectations of our customers are very high, as this is an official communication event, which has been long awaited. We are not ready to provide much detail, but we would like to share our current progress in the hopes that we can relieve some of the frustration of our customers. By the way, this would be like very problematic to do anywhere, because of COVID and everything, and like a lot of organization, but I think South Korea is pretty safe when it comes to all of that, so they should be able to, you know, organize this in a not too crazy manner. The customer conference will take place on April 11th, so that's next month. It's pretty soon, and we'll invite 10 people. Okay, so that's not like a huge conference, but 10 people can get a lot of stuff done. I assume there's going to be some ambassador type people there. People who are either very well known in the community, content creators, stuff like that. So I'm hoping that they are gathering information from all of their community and from people that watch them to have talking points, basically like the Reddit thread that we made, have like a set of talking points that they want to bring to the table and they want to get resolution on. That should be very important. We want to include more customers and hear their valuable opinions, but we regret and apologize that we inevitably could not invite more people to comply with COVID-19 prevention regulations. Of course, yeah, they can't do like a few thousand people conference. That'd probably be not a good idea to create a super spreader when you're already trying to save face and do like a PR salvaging operation. We'll be providing a real-time stream to share the progress of this conference so that customers who cannot come can still participate together. We thank you for your patience. For the invitations to the customer conference, we have considered representation and fairness first. Since we're in a situation where we have no choice but to invite a limited amount of people, we have thought deeply about how to invite people fairly to attend the customer conference. Therefore, at this conference, we will make fairness and transparency our top priority. And we want to make it based on rankings from the official homepage, which all customers can confirm. Among the customers who wish to attend, we will send the invitation to the conference based on the following criteria. Overall rank... Wait, so if you're like level 282, you're in? You can go? That's pretty crazy. Or is that guy level 283 now? Overall rankings regular, overall rankings reboot, guild rankings, Mulung Dojo rankings, seed rankings, that's Tower of Oz by the way, and union rankings, so that's Legion, and achievement rankings. That's so interesting. Are they going to give you like points based on your ranking and all of this, and then just invite a bunch of people, and when someone declines, they invite the next one or something? Seed, yeah. In addition, we would like to invite customers from the community who send... Oh, sorry. I thought they were going for who spend a lot of money, but it's who send a lot of love to MapleStory. Which is, of course, something completely different. Not at all related to how much you spend. It's about sending a lot of love to the game, of course. Yes. I see what you did there, Nexon. Good one. From MapleStory Invent, DC Inside MapleStory Gallery, and the Maple user community, Neighbor Cafe, we'd like to invite one user from each site who are currently sharing their opinions of MapleStory most actively. Whoever's been shitting on us the hardest, please come down. And please, so we can bribe you in some kind of way to please make it sure that we can keep bringing people back into the game. More details, including how to apply for the customer conference and referrals from the community, will be provided within the next week. We will finish our preparations as soon as possible for customers who are curious about the progress of the customer conference. While preparing this event, we still regret that we could not evenly include players who enjoy MapleStory in various ways, regardless of rankings. We promise that we will continue to communicate with customers in the future, not just with a conference that ends after one time. Next time, we will arrange a place where a bigger variety of people can attend. Yeah, because I wonder... They say, like, we're going to invite based on this, but does this mean you're going to invite based on who's the highest in that? Because it's probably a good idea to also get some casuals in there, right? Even though casuals probably don't have, like, a flushed-out idea of what they want, casuals still represent, like, a pretty big part of the game. And you do have to speak to casuals as well. But I guess everything into consideration... It's like the whales and the huge spenders have been disproportionately affected by this, right? So they should probably also disproportionately represent the people who show up. So, yeah, I don't know how they'll do that exactly. While preparing this event, we still regret that we could not even... oh, wait, did I just... Yeah, okay, already read that. Through this upcoming conference, we would like to share honest stories with the many people who sincerely love MapleStory. See you on April 11th. Okay, if that's going to be live, it'd be great if we can get, like, one or two fluent Korean speakers and maybe like jump into a Discord chat and like listen to this stuff. That could be pretty interesting. I don't know how long this is going to be. It's going to be 10 people, so I guess it's going to be like an hour and a half or something at most. So it shouldn't be like a whole day of of craziness. But and then compensation probability items update, additional options and ability error correction delay compensation heartfelt apology. This was the... Oh, this is the actual update of the game, of like implementing all of this. But we already read all of these things before. Improvement work. So apparently these are more important for non-reboot people, of course. If there are non-reboot people reading right now. It's Sorry, something else showed up on my other monitor. It's interesting to see these odds. So apparently, it's like on the plus side, it's just weighted toward, you know, like the small changes are more likely than big changes. But somehow when you go down, it's like more likely to get absolutely screwed than to just get like screwed a little bit less. It's really interesting how this one is like the highest chance out of 3, 4, and 5. 5 is like the higher chance. So it's like weighted towards getting fucked even harder, which is very interesting. But same on the upside for the Chaos Scroll of Goodness is that the chance for +5 is higher than for +4. I really don't know where these numbers come from. It ends with like a 3, 8, 8, 7, 9, 4, 9, 3. Yeah, I don't know what the exact reasoning is for all of these, but so this one has the same logic as the first one, and 40%. So this is mainly for non-reboot, for all the individual scrolls, because yeah, it just says it gives you between 2 and 4, but it doesn't show you any of the weighting, right? Apparently there's a 75% chance on a 70% potential scroll to get 2 lines and 25% chance to get 3 lines. I didn't even know that was part of the scrolls mechanic. I thought an item just inherently either had 2 or 3 lines, probably at a weight as well. But that kind of pushes us further in the corner. Like, does this mean that they'll have to release what are the odds for an item to drop from a boss? I don't know if they have to, because killing the boss is not something you have to do for real money, right? And that's probably where the legislation is. But if you want to be fully transparent, it's probably a good idea to just release what are the odds of an item dropping at all when you kill a boss, you know, just to know that number. But that could be something, like, if you guys agree with that, you know, make threads about for that, and just talk to Nexon about that in the various channels that you have. And if you don't think that's necessary, then don't, right? But, you know, think about these things. Make your voice be heard. This is important. Terminus Defender rates, please. Yeah, I bet a lot of people now that the Terminus Defenders are supposed to be on reboot, a lot of people want to know what the actual odds are of getting one, because there's so much, there seems to be so much variance in these things, right? Right, in order to show accurate information, scroll description have been updated, and then flame item description. Yeah, of course I can't read Korean, but I assume that this has something to do with like that the specific rates of the outcomes are weighted, and that you can find in official places you can find what those rates are. I'm assuming that that's what this says on here right now. It says item description and the pop-up when used. Yeah, so places using probability expressions which were conveying incorrect information have been corrected. So they should be saying now that it's weighted. Developer's opinion: in the wake of the situation during a full investigation, we have been thinking of and apologize to users who have enjoyed the game, specifically for all opaquely released information. We are quickly and continuously replacing any unclear expressions that we use out of habit with clearer words, with the goal of changing so that users have no difficulty when playing the game. Expressions and images which users have felt discomfort from have been corrected. The 1,000 daily gift achievement has been changed from sincere cherry picker to 1,000 days of sincerity. I guess people felt that was a weird term to use. Technical relay chair icon number have been changed from 10,597 to 10,000 because people's OCD apparently got triggered, I guess. Look at the user's opinion. We have sincerely reflected on the fact that we have not paid much attention to each of the expressions in the game. Going forward, we will no longer be limited only by the developer's understanding, but will examine them several times through several channels and pay more attention during development. Okay, so extra layers of accountability, I guess, which is probably a good thing. Following items' maximum capacity per slot has been increased. Selective arcane symbol vouchers have been changed to allow up to 9,999 in one slot. Okay, that seems perfectly reasonable. Rebirth flames have been changed to allow up to 999 in one slot. Powerful, eternal, and black. Okay. Fairy Bros, 45 day. Oh, okay, so it says specifically which ones are in there, I guess, in the coupons. Yeah, that's also going to be a thing, right? If you have random coupons, you have to disclose what is in there. Are those weighted, like, for every single thing? So do they think one-handed warriors are lower on the balance scale? Oh, because it's, yeah, I don't know why that's not just like a common shield, like that mages or thieves should also be able to use it. I don't know why they why it's only a warrior shield. I don't know. Maybe they got something on their minds. Ah, Mochi is back, #1. Once again, ousting Mondo and Motion from that #1 spot. Careful though, Mondo already dropped 7 today, Mo. Look, Mo has 3 messages here with a sub badge, and then 3 without, and then 1 more without, and then with again. It's so weird. Change Royal Face coupon from the Fairybows Golden Treasure prize can give the following faces, so everything is here as well. And I guess now we should be safe to assume that if it doesn't say any weighted percentages that it's equal, but you know, take that with a grain of salt, of course, because we've been doing that for the past X amount of years, and apparently that was not warranted or safe. So so yeah, maybe be careful with that. So fix an issue where you use a mixed dye coupon with the green bling Evan hair. The name would appear as mixed green bling Evan hair instead of mixed bling Evan hair. Unacceptable. Other information. Burning World's usage period has ended. Lysium Croa? Oh. We have Broa. They have Croa. Interesting. Character creation restriction has been removed. Scania and Luna's character creation restriction will be maintained. Ooh. Since today's update provides a large number of items, there is a possibility of increased load all at once. Increased load. For the time being, we will maintain Scania and Luna's character creation restriction, so Scania and Luna players can use the game smoothly. Apologize to users who wish to play newly in Scania and Luna. It's basically because they're expecting a bunch of players to come back to the game, but they don't want them, if they come back fresh, to come back to already populated servers and overpopulate those and, you know, crash those servers there, I guess. But lost badge, yeah. Twitch API being pepega as fuck. I don't know why that keeps happening, but you know. Shepherd C and Jess Pereer, welcome guys to the Scott Hearts. Yeah. Well. Some interesting stuff there. I'm looking forward to seeing that conference, April 11th. I guess I'll mark my calendar on that. April 11th, on a Sunday. Oof, what is this going to be called? It's probably going to be late for us on Sunday, right? Customer conference KMS. Conferences. Should be interesting. All right. I'm going to take some Korean speakers and look at that. But yeah, I mean, as long as there's probably some things now that we didn't even think about that were oh, wrong picture. that were that are RNG, that are something that they should be disclosing on what's going on there. And hopefully all of those will be, you know, will be coming out of the woodwork, and people will be discovering like, oh, those are these things we should be we should be exposing this and this and this as well. So yeah, hopefully that's soon. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any additional thoughts, and please, 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 with those additional thoughts, I love it if you know, say them in the YouTube comments and everything. But if you feel strongly, post them where Nexon can see them as well, right? Where Nexon is more on top of things, in the Nexon forums, in the subreddit, at the community manager, like in the official Discord, right? These are the channels. Use these channels, or contacting support, or emailing them. You know, do something that makes them aware of how you guys are feeling, and make your voices be heard, because it's important in these cases, right? You guys are the customers, you guys are the players, we are the players, I am the player, right? Let it be heard, right? Nexon doesn't read Scardor YouTube comments. Well, I don't know if they have like a dedicated person to go through those, because we have been getting a lot of comments and a lot of views recently. So, and I'm glad for me, but I'm also glad that you guys are feeling more activated because of all of this topic and following this more closely. And don't just assume that it's gonna like all be perfectly fine and it's all gonna work perfectly because KMS is getting compensation, as these two guys up there are having a war and to see who can be the top sub gifter this month. Mondo and Moti are fighting. The Momos are battling it out in the chat right now. Yeah, there goes another one. Everyone. So if you would also like to get a sub in a Twitch channel, make sure you tune in right now, because it seems like it's just yeah, you can see it. You can see what's going on. So, you know, it's crazy down here. So come join us and come share your thoughts. And I'll see you when we have another.